Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, and just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay, it's alright, my friend, because you know why? Bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day, my friend, to that rainbow, that light of gold, that light in the tunnel, whichever you prefer. Okay, once again, y'all, hey y'all, what's up, what's poppin'? If you're new here, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up, what's poppin'? Y'all, we are in the third week of March, which is so crazy how we're already getting down to the wire soon already. Like, this is really scary, but hey, you know, we're in spring, you know. Well, spring is approaching. Spring is approaching us, and I really hope that this season that's coming in with spring feels a lot of good things in your life. You know, let go of the negativity, make you guys feel whole, but most importantly, make you feel important in areas where you probably think you are slipping and things of that nature. But trust me, my friend, I want you to hold on to them bad times, because them bad times have helped us to get to the good times. Take it one day at a time, and I guarantee you, you're going to get to where you want to be. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, guys, so like I mentioned, we are in week 3 already when it comes to March, and we are still in the theme of becoming you, leveling up, the next level you. As we going back to within February, when it was all impacting, you know, finding yourself again and not losing yourself, because that's one thing that at times when we are starting a new chapter in our life and things like that, at times we do forget what really matters, and that's us in the center, especially when we're the type of people that are always there to help others, pick them up and things like that. We have to go back to what really matters, and that is impacting becoming you, me, I, whatever, making sure that we are becoming the people, the person, whatever that we want to become, by understanding the next level of us, what's important, how to handle it, and why it's important, but most importantly, what is going on while we are in this level of leveling up in our new chapter. Okay, so I hope you're feeling present and open to growth this week, and if things have been feeling heavy, that's okay too. Healing can be powerful, but it can also be exhausting if it becomes the only story we talk about ourselves. Now, we are on we have 38 newsletters. So guys, once again, if you want to be added to the newsletters every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, please click the link tree wherever you listen to me or watch me, or look up the link tree of Vibing with E. You'll see the icon of signing up for weekly newsletters. Click that and put your email in, and once I see it, you guys will be on you will be a part of the newsletters email. So yeah. So when it comes to this part right here, y'all, healing can be powerful, but it can also be exhausting if it becomes the only story we tell ourselves. So with that being said, y'all, healing is a gift. Healing is one of the biggest things that we want to do, but that doesn't make us who we are. It's a part of our journey. It's a part of who we're becoming, but it's not who we are as a person. Like, we have those stages in life. Like, you do have a healing stage, but if you keep talking about the same old story and playing the same old sad song, you won't be able to find the joy within the morning. Yes, we all have our healing stage. Yes, we are in a moment of, you know, getting ourselves together, things of that nature, but that doesn't make us who we are. That helps us, but that doesn't define who we are in general. It's not your personal trait. It's not those type of things. It helps, but if you keep it that way, it hurts you and it haunts you for you to be in the stage of the next level of your life, for you to become you, to find yourself. Because if you keep having these exhaustion and not so good vibes going on, it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better at all. And you're going to make healing a part of your personality when it's not, when in the process we are preparing for the better. Healing is helping us. We're in stages of our life, but you don't want to keep playing that old sad song of when I was depressed, because if you keep being depressed, you won't find joy, and you won't understand the full glitz and glams of joy. You have to find joy. Like, I believe in saying, if you wake up mad, don't go to sleep mad. If you go to sleep mad, don't wake up mad. You know, you have to change the narrative, because the more and more bad days you have, the more and more things are not going to go as planned. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I'm on spring break, y'all. You know, I'm trying to get the rhythm of, you know, not having to worry about homework and stuff right now, but it's still like at a time it gets frustrating when you know you're used to something and then you want to pause right now for the good, but then sometimes certain things and people will take you there. And you have to remember, what is my logic here? You know, I'm disciplining. Back to the conversation we had, discipline over motivation. I gotta remain to understand that right now I'm disciplining myself on what I can handle and what I can't handle. The motivation may be here, may not be there, but it's not part of my personality. Me being consistent of who I am and staying tall and firm on it, that's what matters most than me keep having to play this old sad song of depression trying to take over, because that's not going to happen. And I want you guys to understand that. So if you're a part of this, or you have a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, this is not going to be your story forever. It's a part of it, but it doesn't make the story. It's a part of it, but it's not the whole main idea. It's a little bit of context clues, you know, a little bit of piece of information, but it's not the main idea. It's not the main in the beginning, the middle, or the end. It is not. It's in the story is a stage, and the stage don't last so long. So let's get this out of the blue. You know, healing, it could be powerful and it can also be exhausting. But we have to understand that we have to make our story the way we want to be. Do you want to keep hearing that old record playing sad song, or do you want to hear upbeat tempo here and there? These are questions we have to ask ourselves on a daily, every day. Okay? So, as we continue our March theme, Becoming You, the Next Level You, this week's reminder is simple but powerful. Healing is a chapter of your life. Is a chapter, is a stage of your life, is in your life. It's not your entire identity. Like I said, like, healing is not a part of your personality traits. As we deep dive deeper into, you guys understand that it doesn't hurt you as much as you think it will, but it can be exhausting. But don't make it bigger than what it is. Healing helps us to understand ourselves. Healing helps us process pain. Healing helps us grow beyond what once hurt us. But healing is not meant to keep us stuck in the past. Healing is helping us to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but get out of that mindset. Like, I've been through things, you've been through things, your friends, and tell friends, family, whatever. We all been through things. And the process of healing is to help us get out of that mentality. Take that stagnant out and think of the brighter things, you know, the finer and brighter things in life. And not that same old sad song playing on a record player. That's what this is. At some point, growth asks us to shift from consistent revisiting our rooms to building the life we deserve beyond them. Becoming meaning, allowing you to evolve past survival mode and to step into thriving. So yes, healing, we're stepping out of that zone of I'm on survival mode. Now I want to get into the part where I'm laying this to rest. This ish happened, now I'm laying it to rest. It is what it is a part of the journey, but it doesn't identify who I am. Yes, I've been through this, but that doesn't define who I am. Vice versa for you. You, my friend, probably went through hell and high waters with certain things, certain people. That doesn't make you who you are. That's a part of the journey, but that doesn't entirely impact who you are. It's not your personal trait. We've been there. You've been there, done that. We all did. That doesn't make you who you are. It helps you develop into the person that you want to be, especially when it comes to our theme, becoming you, as we're entering the next level of you. Okay? So yes, y'all, you are more than what you thought. You are more more than what you thought you could be, but you're also more than you have been through. We all been through things in our life that people will tell us back and forth, like, you're not going to do bad. All negativity comes to mind where people be like, some people be like, you are what you've been through. No. You are more than what you've been through, more than you thought you were going to be. You're not in that stagnant mind no more. You're not doing that. You're in the process of healing. Healing is a gift. Healing is a part of a journey that is needed for you. Is that a part of your personality, is a part of helping you in your chapter or season in your life. So don't forget it. Okay? Because impacting with this week's challenge is, I want you guys to ask yourself, am I growing beyond the healing, or am I staying attached to identifying what's being hurt? Choose one action this week that reflects the version of you who is moving forward rather than trying something new, whether that's trying something new, let's say try something, whether trying something new, setting a healthier boundary, or allowing yourself to experience joy without guilt. Do what's necessary for you, because yes, we are in this healing is a gift stage, but it's not making us who we are. It's a stage in this chapter of our life. But you have to also identify, if I want to get out of this hellhole, what do I have to do for myself for me to be healed, to be whole as a person, to have those feelings and frustrations out the window and gone for now? What do I have to do? How am I going to do this? And why is this important to me? Understanding that healing is a gift. What we've been through doesn't identify who you are. It does not, because we change. People change. Seasons, monthly, yearly, days. We change. Certain stuff is not going to stay the same. Healing is not a part of your personality. Healing is one of the things that's going to help you when we're in this theme of March right now, becoming you, the next level you. And I want you guys to understand that you are in control of this. You're in control of becoming who you want to be in this next level of your life. Going back to February's thing when we said, we're leveling up and not losing ourselves. Now in the process, I'm not losing myself no more, but now I have to embrace this becoming me era and understand that this next level of me leveling up is 10 times more important than me having to deal with me being in survival mode. I'm scribing now. I don't want to stay in survival mode, because healing is not a part of my personality. It's not a character trait for me, okay? It's not. Don't make that, oh, this is what it is. No. That's why you have to be cautious of what you say and how you say things. I know sometimes it's like, dang, but it's okay. You learn something new every day. Education doesn't stop. Learning doesn't stop. Even if you're in a classroom or not, education is flowing all around. Knowledge is being flown. You just have to absorb it like a sponge, especially with you learning what you can take, what you cannot take. Red flags, good for your green flags, pros and cons, icks, all that. In this stage of you becoming you, the next level you, with understanding that healing is a gift and is not a part of your personality, you're going to understand more who you are and what's for you and what's not for you, my friend. Take it one day at a time and surround yourself by people that is on the same path as you, or been there and they're willing to help you. A mentor, role model, things of that nature. It's okay to get help from others. Trust me. I'm here for it, and I'm learning every day about myself, what I can take, what I cannot take. One day and one step at a time, and no monkey is going to stop my show. I'm in control of everything that goes around here. I'm going to show you how to do this. And I'm going to pop out when I want to. I'm taking control, and I'm being selfish of what matters to me. And you need to do the same, my friend, because healing is not part of your personality. It's a part of the journey. And yeah, you know what's for you and what's not. You're going to get there, because we are in the process of becoming you. We're becoming us who we want to see. We're in the next level of leveling up. Okay? So, okay, I want you guys to do that. Try to see, are you in the healing stage, or I'm staying attached to things that hurt me? Do you want to, it's like, we say, that hurt me, but I'm trying to heal. But if you keep talking about what hurt you, you're never giving yourself time to heal, because you keep talking about it. Let them people go slowly but steady, but don't wait until it's too late to do that. Okay? Because growth happens when you allow yourself to become more than your past. Like I said, you are in control of what you can take, what you cannot take. You are in control of how you want your healing stage to be. You want to stay in survival mode, or do you want to strive? We are in survival mode. We've been there, done that. We want to strive for success. We don't want to be stagnant no more. We are in control. Growth happens when we take control of it. When we let those things in the past go. We hold on to them. Thank you. Love on them. Kiss it. Thank you. But we're not going to keep on holding on to it but so long, because if you do, it's going to affect us for being in the next chapter of our life. Bad times don't last forever. At third snow, there is a rainbow, because good things are happening, but you have to take it one day and one step at a time. Okay, so now y'all, vibing out with guests remains a space where Real conversations create real growth, real vibes within the stories from me, the guests, and all those good things. Because every story shares inside this series has been rooted in honesty, healing, reflection, and growth. Guest appearances will be opening soon to book that will be the last. So next week, Vibing Out with Guests, individual series and group sessions. Well, I say series. Individual sessions and group sessions will be opening on Friday, March 27th, 2026 at 3:30 p.m. So please get prepared to book your appointments today, book your sessions today. I cannot wait to see you guys. Yes, the bookings will be open for a good little while unless something happens. You know, life be life, and it is okay if you have to take a mental break and stuff. Take it from me. Things happen, you know, you got to step back sometimes when things are not in your control. But as right now, I'm saying this here loud and proud that on Friday, March 27th, 2025, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Vibing Out with Guests will have sessions available for individual sessions and group sessions up to 3. Okay? So I cannot wait to see you. And all you have to do is click the link tree again. You will see, please fill out everything that is impacted with the Vibing Out, from the contracts and the agreement, as well as the calendar to book the date of when you can come. We still have in person and we still are doing Zoom. I haven't done a Zoom session yet, but I'm hoping someone will say, yeah, I'm gonna do Zoom, you know, for the fun of it, and we're gonna do it like Brutus. Okay? So yes, y'all, I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait for you guys to come back in here. Guests, as always, I thank you also very much for the guests that has been on there, to the future guests and things of that nature. I appreciate you all so much, but nevertheless, I appreciate all you guys who listen to Vibing with Eve. I'm Not With Guests. If you're new here, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The OGs, you're not new to this, you're true to this. I thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really do. Without you guys, I don't know how this will go. The more and more y'all help me, the more and more it helps me to be consistent within the discipline of making sure that I'm doing what's necessary for y'all. Okay, so the quote of the week is: healing is a part of your story, not your entire identity. Healing is a part of your story, is not your entire identity. Okay, stay connected. Follow me on, follow us on vibing.with E on Instagram. Use the hashtag vibing with E to share how you're choosing growth beyond healing this week. Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty part. So vibing with E, weekly check where meaningful conversations meets growth and real life connections. So guys, we have reached 147 episodes, and today's vibe of the day is: healing isn't your personality. I know y'all seen it because of the title, but you know, still gotta run it out there. You know, healing is not a part of your personality, my friend. This week's episode explores the difference between honoring your healing journey and allowing it to define who you are forever. Healing is important, but it's not meant to be a permanently identity. And this episode, y'all, we will cover the difference between healing and staying in survival mode. Why do some people become attached to their pain story, moving from processing trauma to building your future, allowing yourself to experience joy without guilt, and how growth shifts from reflection to international lives. Okay, so this episode is your reminder that you are allowed to grow beyond what hurt you. You are allowed to grow from what have hurt you or who have hurted you in the past. You are entitled to grow, to flow like a butterfly, to get out of that locked up cage. You have the key to take control. Take your foot off the brake and put on the gas and take off. Okay, this episode, I'm glad you guys are tuned in for this episode, because this is a powerful conversation about evolving past survival mode and stepping fully into your next level. Okay, so without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Hold on, y'all. I'm really supposed to be wearing my glasses right now, but hey, things happen. Things just happen out the blue. Sometimes we forget. We tend to forget. I know I forget, but I'm looking at them right here, y'all. Like, I can see it right here on my thing, and I'm like, I should have put them on, but I'm okay now because everything is in front of my face. So we cool. We Gucci. But yes, y'all. Without further ado, excuse me, if you're new here again, welcome. And for the OGs, that's not new to this, but true to this, y'all already know what's going on. Okay, guys, once again, I want you guys to, well, I ain't even tell y'all, but okay, y'all, so what I want y'all to do is I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice or seeing my face, whether you're on the go or on the moving around, whatever the case may be. I just want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice or seeing my pretty face. Turn me up on your speakers, your PCs, car radios, Beats, Pills, Alexas, Google Dots, CDs, phones, wherever you're listening or watching me from, okay? Because as always, every vibe of the day is something special. Okay, so now let's get into it. I'm gonna repeat it again. We have reached 147 episodes, and today's vibe of the day is based on healing isn't your personality. Okay, if you're new here, I break down every vibe of the day within the definition, the 5 W's, the quote of the day, the quote of the week / the day again, and then help y'all understand what it is, get a little bit of understanding of what it is, as well as to a thank you for tapping in. Well, thank you for vibing in little notes, and then we go on with the day. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm repeating again. Today's vibe of the day is healing isn't your personality. And I already gave y'all a little bit of sermon in the beginning when I was breaking down to you guys, the newsletter, but now you understand a little bit more until we get into the nitty gritty of why healing isn't a part of your personality. Why is healing isn't part of my personality? Why is not a part of your personality? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Healing is not a part of your personality, my friend. It's not a part of it. It's not a part of your personality. It's a part of the journey. Yeah, so it's not a part of your personality. It's not like, oh, my name is such and such. I can't go around saying my name is E. I'm healing. That's not a character trait. Like, I'm caring, stuff like that. That's a character trait. Is the personality trait. Healing isn't a personality trait. It's a part of the growth of where you want to be. Healing journey, no, healing is a gift, but it's not your personality. It doesn't make you a whole. It doesn't make you who you are. Okay? So let's get into it. What does healing isn't your personality really mean? I gave y'all a little snippet, but let me read to y'all what I have exactly. Healing isn't your personality, meaning realizing that while healing is an important part of growth, it should not become the only way you define yourself. Like I said, healing is not a personal character trait. It's not. It's a part of the growth. We're in the healing stage and things like that, but it's not a character trait. Healing helps us process pain, understand our experience, and develop emotional awareness. However, when healing becomes an identity, people may remain focused on past wounds instead of moving forward into growth, purpose, and fulfillment. Healing is meant to help you understand what happened, not to keep you permanently tied to it, like stagnant, tied to what had happened in the past or whatever. True healing allows you to acknowledge your experiences while still creating space for joy, growth, and new possibilities. So with this being said, y'all, basically what I told y'all in the beginning and before then, the nice little sermon I gave y'all, had to give y'all the whoop wah whoop wah that healing isn't your personality, but healing is helping us to grow. And in order for us to let healing be able to do the job, we have to understand that what had happened to us, it happened, but we cannot keep that stagnant mentality going, because if so, we will never give ourselves the time to be able to have the freedom and the space to create joy, growth, and most importantly, try to be able to have new possibilities in things in our life. Healing isn't part of your personality, is important within our healing journey, but it doesn't identify who we are. Like I said, I can't walk around and say, hi, I'm E, I'm healing. When somebody asks what's your personal character trait of yourself, you can't say healing. They're gonna be like, what does that mean? You can say, yes, I'm in my healing stage. I'm in this healing era of my life. But think about it. How is that a personal character trait for you? We can heal but so much people. We can heal some people, but sometimes we can't. Healing is different from healers, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. If I'm not, I have to double back on it. But nevertheless, you cannot walk around and say, my name is such and such, I'm a healer. It's impossible. And we have to understand that when healing becomes a part of our identity, if we make that a part of our identity, people are going to remain on those issues that hurted them in the past instead of seeing the finer things in life. Like, trust me, we all been through some ish. I tell you not. Healing is a gift. Healing is a gift if you accept that gift. And I'm gonna keep saying that because we get things or we hear these things, but sometimes we don't take them for what they are. Healing is a gift. Take advantage of that gift, but don't have it where it's dull. Is a part of your personality where I'm healing. Why are you still healing? Because of a situation or a person or a thing or something that you did is still haunting you. Bad times don't last forever, my friend. They don't. But they help us to get to the good times in our life. They prepare us and shape us for these things that we have been waiting to see happen. But if we don't give ourselves the proper healing, we're going to stay stagnant, and that bad time will keep repeating, and all those negative thoughts, everything's going to repeat. So with that being said, healing isn't a part of your personality. Because while you're in this healing stage, it shouldn't be the only way you define yourself. You can't. It's impossible to define yourself. Because healing is going to help you process all these pain and understanding of your experience and develop a new type of space and headspace and emotional awareness for yourself. Rather than keep saying, I'm healing and I'm a healer, If you keep saying and you're not putting in the work to heal them bad wounds and past wounds, whatever, you're not moving forward so you can see growth and a purpose for yourself and fulfillment. So also have the space of joy come to you. See joy in the morning. You're not going to let that happen if you keep having that there. No growth is going to happen, as well as no new positivity or new momentum is going to happen. So yes, take it one day at a time, my friend, and understand that healing isn't your personality. It's a part of your journey. So who's impacted? Who needs to hear this message? First and foremost, if you're someone that's in the healing stage and is still in survival mode and scared, this is for you. This is for anybody, regardless of what titles you hold. Anyone that's in this process of wanting to heal, needing to heal, and things of that nature, and need to understanding the purpose of why healing isn't a part of your personality. This is for you. This message is for individuals who has been actively working on their self, processing past experiences, and focusing on emotional growth. Like I said, if you're in the process of wanting to heal, this is for you, and understanding why it's important for you to heal from these situations. It is especially impacted for people who have spent a lot of time reflecting on trauma, relationships, or difficulty life experiences, but may feel stuck in a cycle of consistently revisiting the same pain. It also speaks to those who feel defined by what they have been through instead of who you are becoming. Anyone who wants to move from survival mode into thriving can benefit from this lovely vibe of the day. So basically, like I just said, y'all, we're in this space. Even I'm on this journey with y'all because I'm still having to understand that things that happened 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago is not going to impact how it is for you now. For example, I'm about to graduate again, third times in a row, and I might be this person. It may not just be me. Patterns. I see some patterns. When I first graduated my associate's degree, I seen a pattern. I was like, F it, I'm ready to get out. My bachelor's, I didn't rush it. I enjoyed the moment. Even though it got a little rough with me having to do my paper and stuff like that, I still found joy within the moment. This MSW degree, child. In the beginning, I was scared as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared as hell because I took the accelerated program. I'm like, okay, I know my stuff. Why not just put it on the flow? Okay, you can know your stuff and still be feeling like bricks is about to come out of you. But the pattern I seen, y'all, is that I was like, oh my gosh, now I'm getting my 3rd degree. I feel like I'm having the same trauma story that I had while getting this one. And right now, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not having that happening. Nope. I gotta let that go. I gotta let that go. I gotta let that go. I'm in the process of healing. I'm stepping into understanding that during that time, I was still in my teen years. I was grown, but I ain't even hit 20 yet. I ain't even graduated my 1st degree, y'all, at 20. I ain't gonna lie. I did it. That's probably why too I was like, okay, still frustrated. I'm still young, you know. I'm working a job. I was working a job, y'all, that really didn't help me in the sense of really motivation, but I was committed to it because I needed the money, had bills to pay from school and things like that. It helped me, even though the job, I didn't like it. It wasn't for me, but I still learned something out of it. And then versus now, you know, it's a different ball game, different time zone, and my mindset is different. However, you could be in a healing journey, and sometimes you have to go back to or start over a new healing journey. It took me a minute to really heal properly, because in order for me to heal properly, I had to get myself out of those spaces and clear my mind. But also too, sometimes in the healing journey, you have to be away. I had to be selfish. I had to take control of things that I needed to take control of, and I needed to pop out when I knew when it was necessary and let people know. Because when you're at a point in your life too where things change, people change, you're healing for the better. And I'm understanding that it's not a part of my personality, but I'm also understanding that I'm actively working on myself each and every day. And yes, bears are going to happen. Trust me, y'all. I'm on spring break and I already got some days where I'm just like, fuck it. Like, what? Like, what is going on? But I can't double back on the past. Can't do that. I let that, you know, I put that to rest, because I'm focusing on my emotional growth. Because in the past, y'all, I used to wild out, scream, kick, holler when things just wasn't there. But now, you know, of course, I'm going to complain about it first, and then I'm going to get myself together. And journaling and video diary and stuff like that are the best things that ever was invented impacting counseling therapy. It helps me to calm down and look back at it and be like, okay, I'm growing. I'm healing. It's helping me. And so for you, my friend, whatever you're doing, going to the gym, writing, poetry, whatever, looking back at it and seeing the difference how you were this year versus years ago, you're healing. You're in your healing stage. You're changing for the better. You're not letting nothing or no one tear down what you have going on. Because when you build something from the ground up, nothing or no one can tear it down. Nothing or no one can tear it down. And that's why it's important for you guys to understand that who needs this message the most is anyone who is working on themselves and process and progressing to be healing in the proper way, to get out of that stagnant mode of survival mode. Anyone who wants to move forward from survival and to move into thriving, this is going to benefit you so much, my friend. Because when we focus on those cycles that gave us hell, such as that relationship within a family member or a spouse or a friend that really gave us hell and tormented us in ways that we thought couldn't happen again, and it really took a toll on us that we couldn't trust no one again, or we couldn't look at people and stuff like that again. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But one thing I learned too, while in the healing stage, people will come in the healing stage that you didn't expect to come. And I'm real big on too, even sometimes the people that we think are here for seasons may turn to our reasons, and sometimes our reasonable people turn into seasons. You never know. Or a complete stranger, you never know. You just hit it off with, it's helping you. A part of your healing journey, it's like someone that's really there for you. And I haven't met fully my people yet, but I see who's for me and I see what's for me and what's not for me. As well as for yourself, you learn about yourself every day. Sometimes, like I say, we are our biggest critics sometimes. When we don't give ourselves the time to relax, because sometimes we give ourselves a headache. Trust me, I gave myself, I know I gave myself a hell of a headache yesterday when I was mad about the news that I had got. But it was like I still was able to get what I wanted, but I couldn't get what I wanted right then and there. But it's like, you know what? I'm healing, because back then, Erica, who got her first degree at the young age and didn't see what she wanted, she had a fit. But now I'm in this process, E is in this process, she getting herself together and learning what's for her and what's not for her. And taking it one day at a time and relying on, the resources that's helping her to succeed. Okay? So anyone that is going through this process of healing, preparing to heal and things like that, I want you to know that get rid of that cycle of wanting to revisit the same pain over and over again, putting yourself in a position or predicament that's hurting you. Let it go. We're healing. I want you to see better days. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to walk around with a smile on your face, whether if a person will look at you like you're crazy, like this girl walking around like she wants sunshine. This man, like these people, who cares? Because you're in your healing journey and you're understanding that healing isn't your personality. It isn't. All that stuff that happened in your life, that doesn't make you who you are. It was a part of the journey, but that didn't develop like, oh, you're such a depressing person. You're such a bitter. No, at that time in my life, in that season, that chapter, whatever my life I was. But now I'm in the season where I'm becoming me, led to the next level for me. I'm healing, I'm progressing, I'm processing everything. And I'm not going back in time to rely on those memories that had me so messed up, that had me wanting to destroy some things and people feeling like Wreck-It Ralph. No, because I'm in the stage where I don't want to be in survival mode no more. I want to thrive and can benefit from what I'm seeing in my healing journey. What is meant for me will not be meant for you, and vice versa. What's meant for you, my friend, is not going to be meant for me and for others. We have to do what's for us. Because, for example, a family could go through the same trauma, but our reactions and feelings are not going to be the same when years to come. Some will be like, you know what, I healed from it. I ain't going to forget it, but I forgive what had happened. And some are like, oh, hell no, I don't forgive or forget. Or, I forget, but I ain't going to forgive. Or I forget, but I don't forgive. I forgive, but I ain't going to forget it. I forgive, and I forget it. It is what it is. So right now I have to understand that healing is a gift. It's a part of the journey of you becoming who you are. But it's not your personality. It's not a personal trait at all. Okay? Now, what is the benefit? What happens when healing stops becoming your identity? Well, when healing stops becoming your identity, you create spaces to fulfill your life again. When you stop having this thing of where, I'm in my healing stage. This is me. This is the part of my personality. You got me. You got a hold of me. Now, this is me. Personally, it's my personal trait, I'm in a person, I'm in this stage where I'm healing. Take it or leave it. Take me as I am. My favorite song by Mary J. Blige, Take Me As I Am. When healing stops becoming your identity, my friend, I want you to create a space that fully your life again. Create this new beginning for yourself. All that down and out, depressing, blue, over stimulating, and it's so annoying mindset, I want you to let all that shit go today. I want you to walk out of that time in your life to help you understand that time doesn't wait for no one. Every day is a new day. Like I said, we're in the third week of March. January was 2 months ago. The first quarter of the year is over. April 1st is the second quarter of the year. April, May, June. July, August, September is third quarter. October, November, December is fourth quarter. We're changing every day. Things are changing. And we gotta see what's for us and what's not for us. As well as who's for us, but mainly what is for us. What is for me? I'm in this stage where I'm becoming me. I'm in a new level for me. But in order for me to do that, I have to stop having healing a part of my identity. I have to have it as I want to have it as a tool that helped me to get to understand my new normal. A tool that helped me, guide me to feel whole again. A tool that really helped me understand that I am somebody. And I am able to move on. My trauma doesn't define what I've been through. It's not a part of my personality. Yes, I've been through it. Hell, we all been through some things. My trauma might have been 10 times worse than yours, or vice versa. Your trauma might have been 10 times worse than mine. Whatever the case may be. But we have to let that go. Because the more and more we keep that burden on us, the more and more it's hard for us to even be surrounded in things that are beautiful again. To even accept nice things. Not even items, just comments, just being able to be in bliss of the beautiful things in life. Because if we keep that same old sad song playing, we won't be able to hear the good song that won't skip and mess up the record player. So when you begin focusing on building new experiences rather than consistently reviewing old ones, emotional growth becomes balanced with forward movements. Emotional growth becomes balanced with forward movement. When we let go of those things that hurted us and haunted us in the past, we are now in the process of understanding that our emotional growth is becoming balanced, and we're moving forward with having these moments of feeling alive again, feeling whole, smelling the fresh roses, the flowers, smelling fresh air, smelling the beautiful things in life and not the nasty smoky smoke in the air. All that black smoke is gone. You can see clearly now. The rain is gone, all that. You can see now. I can see, I can smell it, I can feel it. I'm in peace, I'm in whole. Okay? Because instead of feeling defined by pain, you begin defining yourself through purpose. Relationships, goals, and personal views. Once you get all the smokes out, the flame and stuff, all that out the way, you're in the place where, I'm done feeling down and out. I'm done feeling hopeless. Once I define myself through my purpose of knowing who I am, what I stand for, what I believe in, I'm pulled into or attached like metal to relationships within family members, friends, or companionship that is meant for me. I'm reaching goals that is meant for me. Creating goals, the discipline. And most importantly, my personal values are whole again. I'm creating it. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm the coach of the game. I'm in control of what's for me. I'm the creator. And everyone is watching. Because I took my time. You took your time. We took the time out to pop out when we wanted to. Be selfish when it's needed. But most importantly, we took control over this. And understanding that what is the benefit of understanding that healing isn't a personal trait, isn't our personality. What happens when we stop identifying healing as our personality, we understand that we're whole again. All the smoke and mirrors are gone. We see clearly. Got that 20/20 vision. We smelling roses, things like that. Because when this shift allows us to experience, when this shift allows us people to understand what's for us, we experience this joy. We have confidence. We have emotional freedom without feeling guilty towards moving forward. We don't feel guilty about it. I did this and I don't feel guilty about it, especially if it's impacting what's for me. And I want you to do that, my friend. Whatever you do, don't feel guilty about it. at all, because you're in this healing stage. You're not making it a part of your personal trait no more. You're not saying, hi, my name is such and such, I'm healing. No, you're showing them better than you could tell them, but you're mainly showing yourself that you can do it one day and one step at a time. You're healing when you're ready to heal. You're popping out when you want to. You're taking control when you want to. You're being selfish. Most importantly, you're in control of this. You're in control of how you want it to go, why it's going that way, and why do you feel it's necessary for it to go that way, because this is for you. This is for you. You, not no one else. It's people that's going to come into your life that's going to be there and support you because they see it. And there's people out there that's going to give you your flowers. You're going to be like, why the hell is this person giving me my flowers if I don't even talk to them like that? Because they see the potential in you that you didn't see. And it's vice versa. Even with us, we see things from people that they probably don't see in themselves. Good judge of character. And it doesn't take nothing out of a person to be nice to someone. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Say something nice. It helps you and it's good for the soul. Okay? Now, when should someone reflect on whether healing has become their identity? Well, let's deep dive into this one a little bit deeper so you can understand how at times people do make healing as their personality. Because we're talking about why it isn't a part of your personality, the whole root of this, but understanding too why people have gone around so long saying healing is a part of their personality, and maybe for you too. So let's see. It may be helpful to reflect on when you notice yourself repeatedly revisiting the same pain without feeling progress. This right here, when someone should reflect on whether healing has become their identity, one for sure is when something had happened in your life and you keep revisiting with the same pain, you haven't healed. Trust me. For example, I can most definitely say this has hit me, because when it comes to certain things such as family members and stuff, I don't want to be around certain ones because that pain or situation that happened to me and them, I don't want no parts of them no more. I don't want nothing to do with you. What? And every time I revisit, the same pain happens. Well, I'm gonna take that back. In the beginning of when it started, yes, when it's common, like when it's still first, you're gonna have that. But now I still probably throw little jabs like, oh well, whoop whoop. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't care no more. I'm in the process of where I got bigger things to worry about. That's where the healing came in for me. But when someone keeps reflecting on something that happens where they see that healing has become their identity, that's where it's like, when you keep on going back to this place, but you're not in a place where, okay, you can laugh about it. You know, sometimes like they say too, we're going to look at this one day and laugh about it. It takes a minute for you to go back and do that. It does. It takes a while for you to do that. And this is why we're talking about healing isn't a part of your personality. Yes, in the beginning, it's going to eat you up alive, my friend. Yes, trust me, been there, done that. But when you get to a point, it's like, you know what? I don't even care no more. I'm going to sit back and laugh at this because it didn't hurt me in the end. It hurted, yes, but it didn't affect what I got going on. It didn't stop me making money. It didn't stop me for getting this education. It didn't stop me for helping people that need my message, need my word. It didn't hurt. It kept me going. That right there, when you notice yourself repeating and repeatedly revisiting a situation with the same pain without feeling the progress of seeing that I've grown from this, and this person, you know, she or he or they did what they did to me, it won't happen again because I won't allow it again. It takes time. But if you keep going back and you're saying you're healing, but you're not fully healed, my friend, something got to give. That's one point. Second point, conversations about growth always return to the past hurt. Okay, we all have conversations in our life. Sometimes, you know, we talk about growth. Sometimes we do reflect on in the past when it hurts. But I want you to do this. When you have a conversation, you know, you say, yeah, in the past, it was screwed. But right now, I am here to say, you know, it happened, but it didn't define who I was. That person, that healing isn't my personality, but it helped me heal to understand that what happened then is not going to happen to me again. Because once you have a conversation about growth, you don't want to always return to the past. You want to say, you know what? Give a little summary. Don't give the whole experience, because that's going to drain it. That's going to die down, you know? When we're in the healing stage, you don't want to keep talking about what hurted us, who hurt us, and why this hurt us. No. You want to talk about, yes, healing is a gift. Healing helped me. Because if you was in that part, my friend, and I, whatever, was in that area in our life, we know we had healing is a part of our personality. What you say now, healing isn't part of my personality. It isn't. Healing is a gift because it helped me grow in so many ways, and it helped me flourish in so many ways, and helped me with so many aspirations. I'm fulfilled. I have growth. My emotional awareness, emotional healing, all those things. I'm great. I'm not worried about him or them no more. I'm not worried about things that used to tear me down. I'm not going back in the past too, because I forgive. You know, I ain't going to forget it, but I forgive. That person, place, thing, even myself. I forgave myself years ago, months ago, whatever, days ago. And I want to keep hearing about it, because when you're in your growth stage and you have those memories coming back, it sometimes haunts you. Like, okay, am I doing the right thing? Did I heal it right? No. Once you close that book or close that chapter in your life with that thing or that person, let it go and don't let it come back again. And if somebody try, walk away. The best thing to do is take a deep breath, count to 5 backwards, or count to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever, and walk away from it, because you don't need to show everybody don't need to see that ugly side. No, because you're in the process of healing and growing for the better. You don't need everybody don't need your attention, and some things are just meant to be left alone. When you're in your new beginning, things that happened in the past, leave it alone. Don't let it come into your new journey, because you're healing. Because those things that hurt us, why would I want to come back again? It's gonna be harder for me to even let it go. So yeah. Number 3, you feel afraid to move forward because it feels like you are minimizing your experiences. First and foremost, I don't want you to feel like you're minimizing nothing. You're on maximum control. Do not feel afraid to move forward. Because once you're at the bottom, all you want to do is go to the top. And once you're back, all you want to do is go forward. Who want to keep going back? I want to go forward. I don't want to keep going back and forth. I want to go forth and forth. I don't want to keep going backwards and backpedaling. No. Sometimes we may slip, but that's when you put yourself to go forward. Keep swimming. Just keep swimming, keep swimming, keep swimming. Yes, it's going to be hard. We need to understand that you're in this healing journey. You're in a space where you're obligated to control it. You're the captain of this. You're the coach, whatever you want to identify it as. You are in control of what you can take in your healing journey and what is necessary for you. Yes, you're going to be afraid, but you have to get comfortable when you're uncomfortable. You know, we all get uncomfortable, but once we get comfortable, it's like, you know, it is what it is. I'm here. This is for me. And I'm okay with that. And don't let nothing or no one try to minimize your experience. No, it's on maximum control, maximum value. You speak value on what's for you. Yes, you're going to be afraid, but don't be afraid to heal into a new chapter in your life that's going to bring you hope and peace that you need. Point 4, you find it difficult to imagine a version of yourself beyond what you've been through. This one is a good one. Sometimes we do find it hard to imagine ourselves in a better space. But I'm going to tell you this. When we go through rock bottom, what's the favorite words we like to say? I wish. I wish da 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 da. I wish da 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 da. I wish this da da da. The tongue is a powerful thing. That's why they tell you be careful what you say and what you ask for. Because when you go through hard shit, excuse my French, when you go through hard times, all you wish for is a good time. And within this part, when you find it difficult to imagine a version of yourself beyond what you've been through, don't ever be afraid to make that wish, because we don't want to live in the same messed up environment or whatever the case may be that's not growing. It's not a healing. It's not comfortable for us. You have the right, my friend. Tell a friend, whatever. You have the right to imagine a version of yourself that you've been manifesting and praying for. You have the right to dream big on things you want to do. You have the right to take control of what's for you. You're in control of whatever you want to call you, the captain, the coach, whatever. You're in control of what's for you. Imagine it for the good. Don't think of it for the worst. Don't ever think of it for the worst. Yes, we're going to find it difficult to imagine a version of ourselves beyond what we've been through, but we'd rather see something beyond the music than keep playing that same sad old ass song on the record player that keeps scratching and it doesn't get clear. That makes us have to take the needle off the record and put a new one on there for us to experience new things. Okay? And lastly, Healing begins to feel like a permission state instead of a progress. When you feel that way, my friend, that goes to show you still having it as a personal trait. You gotta have it as, healing is beginning to feel like growth, as a process that I'm taking, and not as a permit state. It's not a permit state. It's not a 2-year extension, babe. You are in control of how you want it to be, how long it is. Stop putting the time on it, but you're in control of how you want it to go, though, and stop putting the time on it, because healing is important, but growth requires movement beyond reflection. We have to understand that growth is a part of it. Yes, healing is a good thing too, but growth is the main thing that requires the movement to be what it is, to see the reflections, to get the results of how we want them to be. To understand that healing isn't your personality. Healing isn't gonna, no, it's not, my friend. It's not. We're learning each and every day. I get it. It takes time, but I need you to know that healing is important, but growth requires the movement beyond reflection. Okay? We almost there, y'all. Where does this show up most in life? Healing shows up in all areas of life: personal, work life, school, parenting, relationships, children, whatever, mental, physical, emotional, spiritually, financially, emotionally. It shows up everywhere in our life. Everywhere. Healing shows up in our life everywhere. Where does it show up? Everywhere. Healing becomes an identity, may show up in personal conversations that repeatedly centers on past pain. When you're having a conversation with yourself, the mirror conversations, them 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 20 hour conversation with ourselves, and we keep on reflecting on the past, this is where healing shows. This is where, it's keep coming. We need to take that out. Sometimes the mirror conversation is to reflect on what's to come, what's next. Like Insecure, what Issa did. Had the mirror conversation before everything, and the mirror talked back to her. I wish that can happen for us, though. But she had these conversations, and she had her moments, but the mirror was telling her what's next for her to come. You're healing, babe. You need to move forward. Don't let that do that. Make a joke or rap, whatever song out of it for the better, because you don't want to keep having these personal conversations with yourself about things that hurt and tormented us or you. You don't want that. We want to feel whole. I want to feel better. I don't want to keep hearing the same old sad damn song. I want to hear something that's upbeat, up tempo, and fits me. I don't want that. As well as within relationships where someone feels defined by the past experience. Let's talk about spouse type of relationships. When you have a spouse that has, say they want to be in a relationship, first and foremost, the partner. If you know your partner is not ready for it, do not force that on them, especially if they still have, I don't want to say baggage, but they still need to heal from the past relationship they just got out of. If you know, you talking to this guy, this woman, whomever, they tell you straight up, you know what, I do want a relationship, but I need to heal. I want you to respectfully take that wholeheartedly, because it takes a lot out of a human being to say straight up, you know what, I want this, but the needs are most important than the wants. The needs are more important than your wants. You need to get yourself together in order for you to step into this new relationship with this person to be your significant other. You need to heal from the last person or last situation you've gone through, for you to be comfortable, healed, and feel whole with this new person, as well as making them know too that you are healed and that situation is beyond past you. Don't rush it because you feel like, oh, if I don't tell this person yes, if my chance is up. No, because a real person will understand that if they ain't ready, they ain't ready. And if they lie to you and say they ain't ready and they go back to what hurt them or go to somebody else, that means that person was not for you. I've been there and done that. I've seen it happen. I seen it happen, y'all. And I'm telling you this, I healed from what happened to me 6 years ago. I healed. I can say this loud and proud. I healed. I'm not saying it ever again in a relationship when it talks to somebody unless they ask me, how was it? I'm like, it was something. That's it. I don't want to talk about it no more because I fully healed. What had happened to me impacting the person that I was with, it wasn't for us. Sometimes things change, people change. It wasn't for you. Sometimes, you may come back in the next lifetime. Like Erykah Badu said, but baby, sometimes it's not. And I can say that wholeheartedly. I've healed what happened to me 6 years ago. It takes a minute. It does. When you keep backpedaling and keep, playing cat and mouse. Even within friendships, it gets to a point. Is we going to be friends or not? Are we going to heal together? We're waiting to exhale together. We inhale and we're going to exhale together to get it done. Or we're going to keep playing cat and mouse and we're not going in the healing stage. And I don't need that, sis. Bye, bro. I don't need that. Because when relationships where someone feels defined by the past experience, it hurts them to enter the new relationships. Even with family members, it takes a minute for you to gather your thoughts and clutch your pearls and hold on to them to even think that, well, I want to get back in touch with this person or even connect with another family member. It takes a hold on you. But when you're in your healing stage, you're able to understand that, what? I'm healed. I'm whole. I'm in the center of peace. I am not going to have a relationship where someone feels defined by their past experiences. I've been there, done that, baby. I'm on the future. I'm living in the present and enjoying what the future has to hold for me too while I'm moving around in the present. Because if I keep relying on the past, I can't see what I can't see what the future has in store for me. If I don't live in the moment of the present and keep on working for my future, because if I keep having the past, keep replaying and rewinding, nothing's going to shake. Nothing's going to shake with relationships from family, spouse, and friend-wise. If I keep relying on those incidents, nothing's going to shake. As well as my personal development space where reflection replaces actions. If I keep on doing that, nothing's going to change. Self-talk. Self-talk that consistently refers back to what happened instead of what is possible. It's like, damn, that happened to me, but okay, that happened, but what is the possibility of a good result at the end of it? As well as, lastly, difficulty allowing joy, peace, or stability become struggling feels more familiar. When you don't allow yourself to let joy come in the morning, let peace sit in, whether it's silent and you can hear what they say, a mouse piss on cotton, a pin drop, all those old sayings, it's going to hurt you because you're not being able to have this ability to let that ride. You're so used to chaos and a whole bunch of wreck-it ralph rugrat shenanigans. You're not giving yourself the privilege to be like, you know what, shit, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to find joy in the morning. I deserve to have peace as much as my mama and daddy have. And I hold that wholeheartedly. I can say that out loud. I deserve the same damn peace they got, but maybe even better. I deserve to have this ability to do what I need to do for myself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I don't want to keep having those feelings of struggling, and it feels so familiar that I'm not getting myself the time to relax. As well as going back to the self-talk. If I keep on having those mirror conversations, it's not positive. Instead of keep talking about what happened, instead of saying what is the possibility of me to move forward, is hurting me. As well as the personal development spaces where reflection needs to be replaced with the actions. If I keep saying I'm gonna do this and that, now my actions gotta speak louder than my words. I'm tired of hearing words. Your words can be grain or much. They say sticks and stones may break my bones. Words hurt like a bitch too. Excuse my French, y'all, but words hurt too. Oh, words can hurt the hell out of you. And sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can beat the hell out of you. And you have to be able to understand what you can take, what you cannot take. It gets to a point, y'all. Sometimes I don't like the kiki ha ha. Because if I feel like that hurt me, I'm in my healing stage where I know I can take what I cannot take. And you don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't let nothing or no one try to tear you down, because you are in this process of your life where realizing that healing isn't your personality. Recognizing these patterns can help people shift towards healthier growth. Once you be able to understand the personal connection, the relationships, the personal development, self-talk, and difficulties within allowing yourself to have this is where these patterns can help you shift towards a healthier growth. Once you get out the way, you're healing permanently. You're not worried about what he say, the naysayers say. They can talk all damn day long till their lips fall off and hurt. You're in the process where, you know what? I'm standing up, holding my head held high. I don't care what he, she, the naysayers have to say. I'm healing for the better. Healing is a gift. I'm not letting nothing or no one tear me down again. I've been there, I've done that. I'm done with that. I'm in this process of I'm doing what's for me and what I know is going to help me, because this is my healing journey. This is my healing story. And I don't got to tell nobody, because I can pop out when I want to. I'm taking control of what's mine. And I'm being selfish in the process of it too. Okay? And lastly, why is this important? Why is healing isn't your personality important? Why is it important? Why does separating healing from identity matters? This is the whole nitty-gritty of understanding that healing isn't your personality and why you have to separate it from your identity. Because healing is meant to restore you, not limit you. Healing is meant to restore you, not limit you. You're not putting yourself on a back burner no more. You're not limiting what you can control and what's for you, what you can take. Nope. When people identify only their healing journey, they may unintentionally keep themselves emotionally connected to the pain that they have already worked through. Separating healing from identity allows individuals to acknowledge their past without letting it control their future. Bingo. Bingo. B-I-N-G-O. Let me tell y'all again. Let me tell you again. Separating healing from identity allows individuals to acknowledge their past without letting it control their future. Once you right there set the boundaries, what's for you and what's not for you, that's you taking control of what's for you. You're letting what's in control of your future. Like I mentioned, we keep replying on the past. I'm not enjoying the present so the future can be whole. I'm making it a shit show. Because if I don't let the past be the past, what will my future hold? I have to seek the healing from identifying and acknowledging what the past has done to me, but without letting it control my future. I'm not letting past E mess up what the future E has to hold. Hell nah. And that goes for you, my friend. Don't have the past you control the future you and the present you. Hell nah. No. Because growth becomes about building something new rather than consistently repairing what broke. It's like, for example, like a toy when you was little. It's but so much duct tape you can put on the toy. It's but so much Gorilla Glue you can put on there. It's but so much screws and bandaging you can do. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta build something new. Sometimes you gotta get a new toy. Sometimes you gotta get a new something. Rather than keep trying to repair what was broken. Sometimes things like that are meant to be broke. Sometimes when things break, it can't be fixed. Now you have to find something new or create from scratch. Once it's broke, you may be able to repair it, but how many times can you keep repairing? How many times are you going to keep repairing it like it's brand new? Like a car. How many times you going to keep on keeping, like they say, that piece of junk in a movie? How many times you going to keep that piece of junk and don't let it go? Sometimes it's meant to be what it is, and it's but so many times you keep on repairing and repairing. And that's the same thing within your life. What you can take but so much. You can fix but so much. You get tired of stuff. It's okay to let it go and let it flow. This shift creates space for purpose, confidence, and ability to fully embrace the new version of oneself. Because growth becomes about building something new rather than consistently repairing what was broke. Once that is happening, this shift causes space for purpose, confidence, and the ability to fully embrace the new version of oneself. That's why it's important for you to understand that healing isn't your personality and understanding why does separating healing from identity matters. You are in control, once again, of what's for you and what's not for you. You are in control how you want your story to be told. You are in control how you want things to go. This is all about you, my friend. It's all about you and your life. We're here to observe. I'm here to observe, give you your applauses, because no one knows how hard it was for you to get to this point in your life. Hell, you don't know how hard it was for you to even get to this point in your life, but you did it. And you're here and you deserve it. And you're going to keep on doing what's necessary for you. And don't let nothing or no one try to steal your growth. Stunt on your growth. F up your healing journey. Hell nah. Okay? And going back to now, you understanding the quote of the day / the week. Healing is a part of your journey, not your identity. That means you are not just the person who heals. You are the person who kept going. That's what that meant for me. You're not just the person who healed. You are the person who kept growing. You are the person that kept growing and you kept flowing and you kept doing what is necessary for you. Okay? I know that was a lot, y'all. I know that was a lot. And I hope you guys learned a lot, because this impacts a lot of what's for you and what's not for you. But understand the purpose of healing isn't your personality. It isn't. Healing is a part of the story. Yes, healing is a part of our story, but it's not our entire identity. It doesn't identify nothing. It doesn't. You're not just the person who heals. You are the person that keep growing each and every day. And little do you know, you learn something new every day. Big, small, whatever the case may be. Even of yourself. Feature things like that. Y'all, look at my hair. I didn't know I could do this. At first, I didn't like it. But it's, it gives something. I'm learning something new about myself. And I'm healing within doing things. It took me a long time to really embrace my natural hair. You know why? Because I just one point in time, when you was younger, you need a perm. I said, hell no, I got older now. Them perms keep straight your hair. I like a good curl. I like a good bounce. I like a nice little shimmy shine. That helped me heal, to understand I'm healed with who I am, my identity. Yes, I could wear some clip-ins, a wig, put some. I could do all that. Because I'm healing now. I'm healing. I can do what's for me. I can show up how I want to show up. And I ain't got to worry about that man saying he don't like how I look. Okay. I didn't do this for you, babe. I did this for me. Okay? So, yes, y'all. I thank you guys for vibing in with me. And with that being said, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Today, remember that healing helps you understand your past, but it does not have to define your future. Like I mentioned earlier. You are allowed to grow beyond what hurt you. You are allowed to experience joy without revisiting pain to provide growth. To prove a point, no, you ain't got to do that. And lastly, healing opened the door. Now give yourself permission to walk through it and keep becoming the flower that you want to see grow. Keep going, keep flourishing, and keep nurturing that flower inside of you, or that caterpillar to develop into a butterfly. Keep going. Don't let nothing or no one stop you. Let the naysayers do what they're going to do, because baby, you're on a high horse now. You're not worried about nothing or no one. You're not worried about what used to tarnish you and all those things. Hell nah. You're on a pedestal where, you know what? I know what I can take. I know what I cannot take. I know who I am, and I know what I'm not. Okay? So guys, like I said, I know that was a lot, but I really, really hope that you guys learned a few important points from today's vibe of the day. I really hope that this helps you understand that healing is a gift for you, and healing isn't a part of your personal journey. It's not a part of your, personality. It is a part of your journey, but it's not a part of your personality. And helping you understand the identity and purpose of things like that. Please, please, please tell a friend. Look, you going through this. I heard or watched this podcast, and it felt like disconnected with you. And it's not throwing shade or tea. It's just me being your friend or your family member, your confidant, whatever. I feel this for you, and I want nothing but the best for you. Okay? So as always, y'all, I thank you so much, so very much. Whether you watched it in the morning, the evening, or afternoon, I appreciate it. I really, really do. And I really hope that this impacts with you in some type of way. Even if it's not impacting with you now, somewhere down the line, you could come back and be like, dang, E made some good points in this episode. And now I can feel it. Like, I'm like, yes, I feel it. Because like I say, y'all, my vibes the other day, I want to have like a conversation, even though we're not in front of each other, but it's giving like a conversation, like, you feel me? Like, those type of things, It's giving real good convo, and it's not brief. Okay. But yes, y'all, thank you all so very much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen or to watch me. I thank you all so very much. I hope you guys learned a few important points from today's vibe of the day of understanding that healing isn't your personality, and you maybe be able to share with a friend or two. And I hope you guys do the weekly challenge of understanding what can you do for your healing journey with, not feeling guilty about it and just enjoying it. New growth, new energy, new spirit, but also just being happy and experiencing beautiful things in the moment. And until then, guys, I cannot wait for you guys to hear me next Wednesday, which is Wellness 101 week. Please remember that Vibing Out with Guests will be open March 27th, excuse me, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Friday. Okay? Please be safe out here. Love on yourself. Know what's for you. Know what's not for you. It's okay to have your moments. It's all right, but don't have them depressing moments take over your day. Find happiness, find joy in the morning and at night, whatever the case may be. But most importantly, take care of yourself and be nice to someone. You never know how much that might help somebody. Shoot, we all need to hear some positivity from somebody, okay? And until next time, beautiful people, I love you all so very much. Bye.